Here in the pits, welcome back to Madison, Indiana. I have with me Executone Telephones driver George Johnson. George, you really threw a rod, didn't you?
We really did, and broke a crank. We were hanging right there with the Budweiser for a while, but I guess we got too much Budweiser.
This is one of the first, or rather one of the worst that you've ever gone through?
It is pretty bad. It's the worst.
Okay,
lucky it didn't go through the bottom of the boat, really.
Lots of work ahead of them as the Miss Renault and Milner Irvin heads out onto the course here on the Ohio River. He will be in Heat 1B. And here are the drivers. Todd Yarling performing in front of his hometown fans. He'll be driving the Chet's Music. Also, the Tosti Asti and Steve Reynolds driving the backup boat here in Madison. Milner Irvin, as we said, in Heat 1B, driving the Miss Renault in their second year of operation. Mickey Riemann, the national points leader in the Union Bay Squires shop. And he will do battle with this man, the defending national champion, Chip Hanauer, in the new Atlas Van Lines. Here's the rundown again as far as the boats are concerned and qualifying speeds. A new record set by the Atlas Van Lines on this course. Chip breaking his old record, the Squire Shop, the Renault, Tosti Asti, and Chet's Music Shop. And as I said, a new record set by Chip and the new Atlas turbine-powered boat at 135.034. Here we go now for the start of Heat 1B. On the inside, that man, Mickey Riemann, in the Union Bay Squire shop as they come across the starting line now. In lane 3, you saw the Tosti Asti, and in lane 2, the Atlas Van Lines. Here we go for Heat 1B. You see the Squire shop fly into that turn now. That's Mickey Riemann in lane 2. Chip Hanauer in the Atlas Van Lines as they go into the west turn. The skid fins digging in, the water flying into the air. The Tosti Asti in third place coming around the outside. Here's the key now on these tight 690-foot diameter turns, the acceleration. And Chip Hanauer has plenty of it in that brand new Jim Lucero design and build hull. The turbine-powered boat, second place, the Squire shop bouncing around. Look at Mickey Riemann. Holy mackerel, he's jumping all over the place. That boat normally very forgiving in choppy water. He holds on to it all right. In the meantime, Chip Hanauer coming into the east turn now as he comes around in first place on lap number 1 in Heat 1B. He's rocking a little bit there, but the boat seems almost immune to some of those rollers and swells that exist in both turns here in Madison, Indiana. Chip Hanauer, first place in Heat 1B after one lap. Speed for Chip, 124.86 miles per hour. He's moving. Second place, Squire Shop and Mickey Riemann. Of course, Chip drove that boat last year, the past couple of years. In third place, Steve Reynolds, the Tosti Asti, in their backup boat, their original boat back in Seattle being worked on for the Gold Cup in Tri-Cities. But in first place right now is Chip Hanauer and the new Atlas Van Lines. Chip, the defending national champion, two-time national defending champion, as a matter of fact. His first year in a turbine-powered boat. Oh, it looks like that the Squire must have either... Yes, he caught a Sponson on the water, evidently. I don't think he clipped the buoy, but boy, he's got a lot of time and space to make up now. He still holds on to second place as he quickly accelerates down that backstretch. Very, very long straightaways here where they maintain high speed for a long period of time. That's the Tosti Asti in third place, trying to hold off. I believe it's Chet's Music behind him. Back to that quiet whisper jet, you could almost call it the whoosh boat. It's the turbine-powered Atlas Van Lines. Chip Hanauer, who began racing in the little small limited hydroplanes back at the age of 9 years old. A national champion in virtually every division of the limiteds, and now on to the unlimiteds where he's been a national champion 2 different times. Chip Hanauer coming around. His speed on this particular lap, 125.618 miles per hour. And again, widening that lead over this boat, the national points leader here in 1984, Mickey Riemann and the Union Bay Squire Shop. Back to Chet's Music. He is in fourth place, I believe, with a Tosti Asti right there. Steve Reynolds in third place. They've got a nice battle going on for third and fourth place, while it's smooth sailing for the Atlas Van Lines and Chip Hanauer. And look who's coming up. The Miss Renault now is coming up to challenge the Tosti and Chet's Music. He is in fourth place. Coming around now is the Squire Shop in second place. Coming down the back chute, the leader, Chip Hanauer, and the turbine-powered Atlas Van Lines, gliding over the swells as he goes under the Madison-built bridge here in Indiana. The bridge and, of course, the river separating Indiana and the proud state of Kentucky. Chip Hanauer in first place here in Heat 1B on the Ohio River, gliding over those swells as he comes down the main chute in front of better than 96,000 fans watching Heat 1B on the Ohio River. Second place, back to again another Lucero design and build hull, that being Mickey Riemann in the Union Bay Squire Shop. Let's check the speed on Mickey. He's at 106 miles per hour, slowing down just slightly. There again is your battle for third, fourth, and fifth. In third place, that man, Steve Reynolds, out of Seattle, Washington, the Vietnam veteran, driving a turbine-powered Tosti Asti. He's holding on to third place. On the inside is Chet's Music and Todd Yarling, the hometown boy from Madison, Indiana. Nice little battle there as they come down the main straightaway. Back to first place, you can see the lead for Chip Hanauer over this boat. Wait a minute, it looks like, yes, the Squire Shop is slowing down. Mickey Riemann has turned the boat onto the infield, so that gives even a bigger lead to that man, Chip Hanauer, and the Atlas Van Lines. Hanauer now can lay back. Well, they've got a great battle here. In second place now is Tosti Asti. Third place, that boat, being Chet's Music. Back to first place, Chip Hanauer. And you can see it's a little rocky out there on that west turn. He comes down to the back chute now. Very little remaining here in Heat 1B. A couple more laps. There's Tosti Asti going by. And this is the difference now between the second and third and fourth place boats. The Renault and Chet's Music going deck to deck down the main chute, trying to catch Tosti Asti and try to gather more points here in Heat 1B. The Tosti Asti going into the west turn. Steve Reynolds, he loves the new battle, of course. He can't afford to swing too wide, of course, because he's got a man on the inside, that being Chet's Music and Todd Yarling. In the meantime, better than half a lap ahead, here is the winner of Heat 1B, Chip Hanauer and the Atlas Van Lines. Let's take a look at that battle now for second, third, and fourth place. It's the Tosti Asti out of the turn first. He'll get second place. That's Steve Reynolds. Coming in third place, here comes the Renault. And in fourth place, it'll be that man, Todd Yarling, and Chet's Music. Good race here in Heat 1B. The final results are these. The Atlas Van Lines picking up 400 points. The Tosti Asti and Steve Reynolds behind him, followed by the Renault. Chet's Music with Todd Yarling. The Squire Shop with mechanical problems did not finish. Let's go down to the pits now with Jim Hendrick.
Well, Don, we're making our way now down to the Atlas Van Lines pit. The driver, Chip Hanauer. Chip, they said the water was rough, but you hit up to 125 mile an hour plus. I didn't think the turbine would do that in rough water.
Well, so far the boat's handling real well. You know, I don't know if it's going to stay like that all day, and who knows what the water's going to be like in the final. But so
is
far,
it really rough, like they say?
It's really rough. That corner down there is really bad, like it always is, and we're just going to have to wait and see.
You nailed that start pretty good.
Yeah, it was a pretty good one. I wish I could have that in the final, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, Don, the story of the winner of Heat 1B, Chip Hanauer. Back up to you.
And Jim, the Tosti Asti has come by the pits a couple of times now. Obviously, Steve Reynolds can't turn it off, and he's in Heat 2A. Let's go back to you in the pits again.
Excuse me, Ricky, I don't want to bother you, but we have to. What happened out there?
Oh, it's a beautiful day, but the water's awful lumpy. We didn't really have to beat Chip. We wanted to, but we really didn't have to because he's pretty low on points for the season. So we thought we'd beat him if we could. If not, we'd run second. Ended up breaking the engine, so we're going to have to run hard in the next game.
You flew it down the back chute, lap number one. I saw you come real loose out there.
Yeah, it's about as loose as you ever want to get. There's a lot of rollers there, and this propeller's never been on the boat before. We tested with it, but testing by yourself and then racing is a different configuration. We've got to get the back end up a little bit. It was a little too loose.
Jim, how bad is this thing?
It's awfully bad. It's the worst I've ever seen. We've lost the left rear motor mount in the boat.
You in 2A?
We're in 2B.
So we've had virtually two engines destroyed, one here in the Squire Shop and one in the Executone. And in the meantime, the Tosti Asti has run out of gas, and they've got to get it back to the docks and refueled in time for 2A, which is coming up after this.